Shio Ramen looks simple, but it's one of the hardest ramen broths to nail. Poached chicken, kombu and katsuobushi bloom into a crystal clear, smoky sweet broth with golden leek aroma oil whispering on top. Grab a pot and let's cook. For a printable version of this recipe, visit my website, just Google Shio Ramen Sudachi to find me. We're making soup for 4+ servings, so add 2 liters of water to a pot. If you can, use soft or filtered water. It extracts glutamates from kombu much more cleanly than hard water, giving you the delicate crystal clear base we're after. Next, we have 10 grams of kombu and 15 grams of dried scallops. These are dried scallops, also known as kompoy. They are often used in Cantonese cuisine. Drop those in the water and let them soak for 30 minutes. If dried scallops aren't available, no worries. You can substitute with a packing liquid from canned clams or scallops like this, or clam juice. If you use either of these instead, you can add it later. The whole point of these is to add succinic acid to our soup. While you wait for the soak, prep the aromatics. Roughly slice the ginger. Grab 2 garlic cloves and give each one a gentle crack with the flat of your knife. This also makes it easier to peel. Trim a Japanese leek, also known as naganegi. We want the green part for stock, the white part later for the oil. Japanese leek is sometimes labeled Tokyo negi, depending on where you are. If you can't find it, regular leeks, mild onions or shallot green will be good subs. After 30 minutes, set the pot over medium heat. Add 200 grams of ground chicken and gently break it apart with chopsticks without vigorous stirring. I'm using ground chicken today, but you can also use ground turkey, chicken wings or drumsticks instead. Remove the kombu and scallops just before the water reaches simmer to avoid sliminess or bitterness. Then hold the pot at a bare simmer about 82 to 90 degrees Celsius. Don't toast used kombu, it still has life in it. Makes excellent kombu onigiri fillings. Lower the heat to maintain the gentle simmer and add sliced ginger, the garlic cloves and the green part of the negi. Simmer for 30 minutes uncovered. You're looking for a light savory aroma and just a few drifting bubbles. Although it's not happening this time, skim the foam as it appears. Clarity is the entire point here. It's already smelling good. While the simmers make the aroma oil, what we call Komi Abura in Japanese. In a small pan, add 3 tablespoons of lard, 3 tablespoons of finely diced negi, white part, and 2 cloves of garlic. Warm them slowly over low heat until the alliums turn pale blonde and fragrant, then remove from heat before browning too much. If you don't have lard, you can use chicken or duck fat. If anything, if you have access to these are more ideal. I just can't find them easily in Japan. And again, you can substitute Japanese leek with the white part of a regular leek or onion. Make the tare at the same time. In a small saucepan, add 4 tablespoons of sake, 2 tablespoons of white wine, 1 tablespoon of mirin, and 2 teaspoons of sea salt. Heat over medium while stirring until the salt dissolves completely into the mixture. Let it bubble for about 2 minutes or until you can no longer smell the alcohol. Then turn off the heat and stir in the Japanese light soy sauce usukuchi shoyu or white soy sauce. If you can find white soy sauce, which is called shiro shoyu, it keeps the broth even paler while still adding fermented depth. Light color soy sauce is the next option. Regular shoyu works in a pinch but will tint the soup and introduce darker color and rounder notes. After 30 minutes of simmering, lift out the chicken and aromatics with a mesh spoon. Bring the broth just to the edge of a simmer, turn off the heat, add 15 grams of katsuobushi, about a handful, and steep for 2 minutes before lifting it out. The short infusion captures smoky sweet fragrance and inocinate without going bitter or astringent. Set up a fine mesh strainer lined with 2 layers of kitchen paper or a clean cloth. Strain the broth without pressing. For restaurant level clarity, you can use cheesecloth or even coffee filters. Measure the broth you have left and top up with hot water to 1400 milliliters. If you use packing liquid or clam juice, add it now. This amount gives you 350 milliliters per serving and locks in a consistent Tare to broth ratio, so every bowl lands at the same salinity. So always check the volume at this point. You can even stretch it to more than 4 servings if you use less broth per bowl. Now cook the ramen noodles according to the package, but aiming for slightly firmer than usual. Shio shines with thin to medium thin lower hydration noodles for the delicate snappy bite. And if you feel like a weekend project, homemade noodles are a satisfying rabbit hole to go down. Drain them thoroughly. Restaurants season each bowl individually with Tare and broth separately like this, but that's because they're dealing with gigantic volumes. So instead, for the home assembly method, combine all of your Tare with the reheated broth first, then divide between bowls. This ensures even seasoning across servings, much safer than trying to balance each bowl individually like restaurants do. Add the cooked noodles, drizzle the infused oil, then toppings. Now I want to take time to talk about toppings for this soup. You might think fatty pork belly chashu, but actually chashu doesn't go well here because it can cloud your hard-won delicate broth. In fact, many contemporary Shio Ramen shops have moved towards leaner, thinly sliced ham-like proteins. So my alternative suggestion is to use lean deli meats like pastrami, turkey breast, prosciutto cotto, or quality chicken cold cuts, and I honestly think they're far better options than fatty pork chashu for this delicate broth. Plus, it's way easier to sauce. I'm going with dry cured ham today. For non-protein ideas, I add soft-boiled eggs, memma, and chopped green onions. Finally, yuzu or lemon zest. Remember, keeping it light and minimal is key for Shio Ramen. There you have it, serve immediately, Shio Ramen waits for no one. Storage notes: cool the clear broth and keep it airtight in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. Or freeze broth in portions for up to 1 month. When you want to use it, gently reheat broth until steaming but not boiling, then assemble. Simple as that. This recipe genuinely suits batch cooking. Want even more delicious recipes? Grab my free cookbook from the link in the description. Okay, let's go over the ingredients one more time. And if you're ready to cook, grab the written instructions by clicking the full recipe box with a picture that's about to pop up on your screen. Here we go, the link to the full recipe is on the screen for you now, and if you want to watch more similar videos, don't miss my ramen playlist popping up on your screen as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.